Morning, Wayne. Morning, Keyshawn Johnson.
What's happening, Skip?
How are you, sir?
Good, man.
Morning, Duck Boat Paul. Still celebrating. Still celebrating.
Still celebrating. Listen,
the ring that he won for his son.
This is till next June, Skip.
Yeah, I know.
Next June, you understand?
I give you that.
Do you understand?
You won the right.
You got 12 more months. I got 12 more months of this.
Yeah, way to go. All right, we have so much basketball to discuss on July the 18th. It's supposed to be football time now, but it's all basketball all the time. We will get to Caitlin Clark. We will get to Team Gold in just a couple of minutes, but glory be, Bronny James had his best game as a pro last night, finally, as the Lakers finally won a Summer League game with the late rallies. So, Paul, what impressed you the most about what you saw from Bronny last night?
You know what impressed me the most, man? He came out confident, Skip. Like, he just came out and just ripped that first jumper, didn't he?
I didn't see it. We were still on the Caitlin game on ESPN, so I had to see the replay of it.
Man, he came and just ripped that jumper right out the gate. And I was just like, all right. Because usually when you're in a little slump, you get kind of hesitant. And the one thing I did say is, like, you got to get your confidence going. I don't care if you go out and miss the next 100 shots. Take them. You know, you can't shy away from it, what's going on, the media attention. It's going to be what it's going to be. So just go out there and play with confidence, because this is what Summer League is all about. And like I said, I don't put real stock in the Summer League too much, a little bit. Right now, it's about developing your mental. It's about developing your mindset, your approach to the game. It's about, you know, developing your game, but, like, you're supposed to come out here and gain confidence. This is where you gain confidence, a mindset to what you're going to take to the next level. And so for me to come out there and see him, you know, not hesitate, play with confidence, and I like what they did with him. They put him, I said, listen, stop putting him in the corner, first of all. If you want him to have any kind of, you know, success, you know, I think I look at him more of a slasher-type player than a spot-up shooter, which he has to eventually develop if he wants to play a role in the NBA. So they got him off a couple dribble handoffs, and then once he saw the one shot go in, it was like, sometimes that's all it takes, Skip. I had nights where I couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. I just got a free throw, and I just seen the ball go in one time, and that can get you going. And so hopefully this is something he could kind of build on. But what I would like to see is him contribute more in other areas, because there's going to be nights you're not going to get the ball as much. Your shot's not going to be falling. So I'd like to see a little more in the rebounding category, maybe somehow make some plays, get some assists, and, you know, on nights to where his shot is not falling. But for the most part, I'm glad to see him keep his head high, chest out, is what I like to teach my kids, you know, remain confident. And stepped up and had a solid game yesterday. So I'm happy for that.
You know, you look at it, Skip, and I told you that they was going to, Paul, I said they're going to put some stuff in play for him to be able to get open and get some shots. They're going to draw it up however, dribble handoffs, whatever you want to call it. But if you look at it, Skip, it's like the package that they put together for him. Day one, we want you to just shoot if you make it. If you don't, you don't. Shot it 9 times, only, I think, dropped 1. Second time, we don't want you to shoot at all. We just want you to play defense. Play defense, put it together.
Yeah.
So now when you talk
3 times.
3 times. So now when you talk, Paul, about other things, if you look at his box scores in those other games, those other things were there. He was rebounding, he was assisting. He was. So now you look at this game, we're going to draw some stuff up for you to get you off, to have you dribble handoffs. Now we want you to take some shots. Don't worry about playing, rebounding, and assisting. Focus on this. And so
he
now,
had 1 rebound and no assists.
So now, you put all those games together. By the time we roll out tonight or the next game, you might get a full package of what's to come. And it's encouraging to see, man. I was a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy, because I saw what I wanted to see, what I said to you and Rachel yesterday. I want to see a basketball player.
A basketball player.
I agree. Make me believe you can actually play.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
And that happened for me yesterday. It really did.
I tweeted at halftime, I finally saw ... a basketball player. I like that. He looked like he belonged out there and that he was comfortable in his own skin. And the first 4 games, I wasn't sure about that.
Yeah.
The first thing I loved about last night was he agreed to be mic'd up for ESPN. That showed me he was comfortable enough that he could come out and be Bronny, not LeBron James Jr. You know, because that hangs over his head. But if he can just be Bronny, just this kid named Bronny, forget about the last name, just the first name. He's just Bronny. And we got to hear him on the bench, hear him in the huddles, hear him calling out some defensive strategy on the floor. And it seemed to bring him out of his shell a little bit where he was more comfortable, he was more outgoing. He's got a really, really good personality. And every time I read a quote from any of his teammates, they love being around him because he's fun to be around. Mm-hmm. And the fun started to leak into his basketball playing last night because he just looked like he was having a little more fun than he had in those first 4 games. Okay, now let me get this off my chest. He played a grand total last night of 23 minutes and 38 seconds. Mm-hmm. And in the fourth quarter last night, he played a grand total of 5 minutes and 26 seconds. That's wrong. That is absurd to me. And I don't get the point because we all agree, you guys have been banging the table on this. He just needs reps, man. He just needs dribbles and possessions and playing basketball.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, look what they did in the fourth quarter last night of a game that got close. They play that kid Sean East II. He's out of Missouri, undrafted, and they play him 7 minutes and 50 seconds of the fourth quarter because he started the game. That's okay, fine. And that Tommy Kuzi has been around, it feels like forever. He's out of St. Mary's, and he's played in the G League. He's 26 years of age, but he played in Germany, played in Italy, and he's an old head now compared to these kids. Mm-hmm. And I guess because the new coach is trying to win a game, just win a single summer league game. So he lets Tommy Kuzi, who's also a ball handling guard, play he plays 10 minutes of the fourth quarter, by far the most. And I'm saying, well, why would Bronny only play 5 minutes and 25 seconds? Isn't this the time to play? I don't know. Help me out.
He played late fourth.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
He didn't come in until the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's okay, though, because it was tight. So he was able to knock down a shot in a crucial situation. Yeah, so maybe their strategy is such that it's late in the game, Paul. We want to see how he responds in these tighter situations.
Now, I get what Skip's saying, because for one, listen, we drafted Bronny. We gave him a contract. He need to be playing all the minutes.
Just like if you played the whole game, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, right. Like, these other guys don't matter on the team, really. Yeah. You know, you
know they're going to want to look at him.
Ain't nobody else getting looked at out here except for Connect and Bronny in the summer league.
Yeah.
None of these guys will make the Lakers roster.
No.
Whereas these two guys are on the Lakers roster, so I need to play them the most minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I need to draw up stuff for them. They're going to be on the team when October comes, when training camp starts.
Yeah.
Like, so I get what you're saying, Skip. Like, yeah, give Bronny the minutes. Let him learn, let him develop. Give Connect the minutes. Give him, maybe Colin Castleton have a chance to come to camp. And that's about it.
That kid, Maxwell Lewis,
yeah,
he got a little run with the big league team last year. Okay. He was on the Lakers briefly and got a few minutes.
Yeah,
but come on.
He'll be on the G League team.
He will.
Yeah,
no
so
doubt.
I don't mind them guys getting the majority of the minutes. So, like, as summer goes on and there's not many games left before you start thinking about, now we're going back to just workouts where it's not going to be 5-on-5 situations. Maybe you might go to the Rico Hines workouts at UCLA this summer. That'll be good for Bronny.
Yep.
So you got to put him in these situations to where he's getting the minutes, he's getting the reps, he's gaining his confidence. And but I like exactly what I saw yesterday. And like you and Keith said, you just want to see a basketball player. Yeah, not just a guy standing in the corner, putting him in a situation where he can thrive.
Just for perspective, just for the record, Dalton Connect did not play last night, which freed up a couple of shots for Bronny. It felt like he felt like he was, more empowered to go ahead and shoot the basketball.
Yeah, sometimes that happens because, like, in my case, I remember my younger days, like, I played with Antoine Walker, so, like, with games, if he sat, I felt like I had the juice now. Yeah. Like, all right, it's my night. Like, I can see that because Dalton Connect has been the guy. He's been the guy.
He is green light. Man.
Yeah, he's been the guy for them. He did 21 shots. He's been the guy. So when the guy sits out, the guy next to the guy or other players feel like, all right, it's my turn, my opportunity to step up, and it gives you confidence to, like, all right, maybe I'll get some more extra plays ran for me. And that's what we saw from Bronny last night.
Okay, and just for perspective, just to keep it in balance, the Hawks didn't have Reece Sachet last night, the first overall pick, and they were down 4 of their starters. I don't know, they just held them. I don't know, we're getting later in Summer League, and some teams just hold hold guys out. We got back, like the Lakers are now playing back-to-back. And it's possible they wanted to save a little bit more Bronny so he could play a little longer tonight. I don't know, but whatever. Okay, let's look at the shots that Bronny did make last night, including that first one, which was to Paul's
Came out
point,
his
the
wrist
key
ripped
one,
it.
man, because he came off a little